Thank you, Dr. Choi. Thank you for joining us this evening. All meetings of the Board of Education are open to members of the public unless publicly noticed as a confidential closed session as allowed by the law. Education Code Section 35147. Members of the public may address the board as outlined in the public comments section of the agenda. The audio of all meetings is recorded, and a member of the public may be held liable for any slanderous or otherwise defamatory statements. In consideration of the board and members of the audience, please turn off, silence your cell phones while in the boardroom. The San Marino Unified School District encourages those with disabilities to participate fully in the public meeting process. If you need a disability-related modification or accommodation, including auxiliary aids or services to participate in the public meeting, contact the assistant to the superintendent at jdelatore@smusd.us or 626-299-7000 extension 1310. At least 48 hours before the scheduled board meeting so that we may make every reasonable effort to accommodate you under Government Code 549532. Americans with Disability Act of 1990, 20242 USC 12132. Documents provided to a majority of the Board of Education regarding an open session item on this agenda will be made available for public inspection in the district office located at 1665 West Drive, San Marino during normal business hours. In addition, such writings and documents may be viewed on the district's website at www.smusd.us. Today, we will begin with open session. This is a procedural item. Are there any public comments at this time? The Board of Education has adopted Board Policy 9323B. This will ensure the public's right to be heard in any matters pertaining to the San Marino Unified School District. Persons who wish to provide public comment will have three options to submit public comments. First, you may submit through an online form. Second, you may request to speak during the meeting via question and answer and phone dial-in. Third, you may request to speak during the meeting in person via the public comment card. The online form. The public may submit public comments for the open or the closed session on May 25th from 11 a.m. through 3:30 p.m. The comments received during this time will not be read during the meeting, but will be provided to the Board of Education. There were no comments submitted prior to 3:30. Request to speak during the meeting through question and answer phone dial-in. During public comment, the meeting will pause for 1 minute to take requests to speak. The raise hand function is used to take requests during the public comment period. For online attendees, press the raise hand icon to add yourself to the queue. For phone attendees, dial 9. The speaking order will be determined based on the order of requests received. Individual speakers will be unmuted and called to speak. Request to speak during the meeting in person via the public comment card. Please complete the public comment card and submit the completed card to the designated drop box with the assistant to the superintendent ended no later than when the agenda section, items not on the agenda, the consent, the information action is called by the board president. Opportunities for public comment are offered prior to closed session at the start of the regular open session for items not on the agenda and prior to consent information and action items for matters on the agenda. The Board of Education reserves the right to add a public comment period prior to any individual item on the agenda. 5 minutes may be allotted to each speaker, maximum of 20 minutes to each subject matter. However, in the event there are more than 4 speakers on the same subject matter, the board president retains the discretion to adjust and limit the time allocated to each speaker to ensure all wishing to speak will be heard within the 20-minute allotment. Communication from the audience concerning matters on the closed session agenda may be heard at this time, but not responded to by the Board of Education. So in closed session, We will be covering these things. Are there any comments at this time?
President Ryan, we'll go ahead and pause the meeting for 1 minute to take requests.
Thank you.
If you would like to make a request to speak regarding matters on the closed session agenda, please press the raise hand icon. Dial *9 if you are joining by phone, or submit a public comment card. We have 30 seconds remaining. If you would like to make a request to speak regarding matters on the closed session agenda, please press the raise hand icon, dial *9, or submit a public comment card. President Ryan, we have no requests.
Thank you, Dr. Choi. At this time, we will proceed to closed session.